Thomas and Friends. Harold the Helicopter. Hi, my name is Werner. I've been reading hundreds of books for you. Please subscribe to get them all. And watch until the end, where a surprise is waiting for you. Your mom can help you with that. Thank you. This is a story about Harold, the helicopter. He thought helicopters were faster than engines, because they have propellers instead of wheels. But then Percy challenged him to a race. Percy was delivering trucks of stone to the harbor. At the airfield nearby, there was a helicopter buzzing loudly as it waited to land. "Loud, buzzy thing," said Percy to his driver. "I wish it would go and buzz somewhere else." The next day, Percy made a delivery to the airfield. He stopped next to the helicopter. "Hello," said Percy. "My name's Percy. Who are you?" "I'm Harold," said the helicopter. "With my whirling propeller, I can fly like a bird. Don't you wish you had a propeller too?" "No, I like having my wheels on the rails," replied Percy grumbly. "You engines are much too slow," Harold continued. "With my propeller, I can go much faster than any of you." Percy was cross, but before he could reply, Harold flew away. Percy puffed angrily to the quarry to pick up his next load of trucks. "Hello, Percy," said Toby. "You look cross. What's the matter?" Percy told Toby what Harold had said about helicopters being faster than engines. "I'll show him he's wrong," said Percy firmly. As Percy puffed back to the harbor, he heard a familiar buzzing noise ahead of him. "Look, Percy," said his driver. "There's Harold. Let's race him. Then he'll see who's fastest." "Yes, we'll show him wheels are better than those funny whirling arms," said Percy, and he rushed after Harold. Harold heard Percy speeding up behind him. He realized Percy was racing him to the harbor. "You will never beat me," he said proudly. "I will have landed at the airfield before you can stop at the harbor wharf." "Don't listen to him," said Percy's driver. "We can win this." The race was on. Harold thought a little engine pulling heavy trucks full of stone could never beat him. But suddenly he saw that Percy was drawing level with him. A few minutes later, Percy's driver shouted, "We are in the lead, Percy." Percy was having the time of his life, racing along faster than he had ever gone before. "Beep, beep! Goodbye, Harold!" he shouted as he raced ahead. Harold looked down in surprise. He couldn't believe Percy was beating him. Harold charged after him. Percy's fireman was shoveling coal into the furnace as fast as he could. He wiped a cloth across his hot face. "Huh," he said, "this is hard work. I hope we do beat Harold." Then he heard the signal that warned them the harbor wharf was nearby. "Nearly there," cried Percy's driver. "I hope we have done enough to win." Percy braked as he approached the wharf. He rode under the main line and halted at the buffers, puffing loudly. "Did we win?" he said breathlessly. His fireman scrambled onto the cab roof and looked at the airfield. "We have won," he gasped. "Harold's still looking for a place to land." Percy smiled. He had shown Harold that engines are just as fast as helicopters. Later, Harold looked embarrassed when Percy made a delivery at the airfield. Percy's driver and fireman sang a song. "Said Harold, helicopter to our Percy, you are much too slow. Your railway's out of date, and not much use you know." But Percy with his stone trucks did the trip in record time, and we beat Harold the helicopter on our old branch line. Harold smiled at Percy as he flew over him. "You showed me that you can go even faster than me," he said. "I guess wheels are as good as propeller after all." Percy smiled happily. What fun it had been racing against Harold. He couldn't wait to get back to the engine shed and tell the others all about it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you. Enjoy my new series Oliver and Jumpy. 19 video books with about 500 pictures. There's text, but I also read it aloud for the younger children. I have written 65 stories and had them illustrated at great cost for your children's fun. Oliver is an elegant tomcat and Jumpy is his lady friend. Oliver loves to ride in Jumpy's pouch when they go for adventures together. Please find a link to the first book in the description of this video. Please always subscribe and like if you find my effort interesting. Thank you so much.